Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and right now let us take a look at some of the coding examples of using files. Now these are of course going to be some of the simple examples only directed to the file creation, file copying, directory changing and so on and so on. And right now, first of all, let us open up our idle as usual. This time what we're going to do is we're going to navigate through the file right here and pick new file here. And we're right away going to import a certain library, and you already know what that library is. It is going to be import OS library, which is going to help us navigate through our directories. And right here, first of all, by default, we will go to the directory that the actual user specifies. So first of all, we will create a directory variable, which will be equal to the input. And to the user, what we will do is we will actually prompt the user to enter the directory. Now, for each user that don't really know Python, we will specify in between the brackets that they need to add double slash or double backslash in order to separate the directory. So, use double backslash to separate directories. Because we already know that the actual directories are all separated by these two backslashes, therefore we will prompt that to the user. Okay, so right here we prompted the user for the actual directory, which then we will change to that directory, so OS, but let me just first of all, just in case, we will strip this directory from the actual new line character if it is specified, so directory strip, and in between the single quotes what we will do is we will strip from the \n, which is a new line character. Then we're going to os.change directory to the specified directory from the user. Once we do that, we're going to prompt the user for the file name, which we are then going to create. So a file that is non-existent right here, as we can see we are currently on our desktop. There is not any file right here except for these random files here, and we're going to prompt the user, so file name, so file underscore name is going to be equal to input, enter the name of the file that you want to create. Okay, so right here the user will specify the file name, and then once the user specifies the file name, we're going to write our own string to it. Or we can even actually prompt the user for that one as well if we want to, but for now on, let us just type something like this. So content of file is going to be equal to, and here we can specify, for example, a multi-line string if we want to, or we can simply just do something like this. Hello, and then the new line character, which means that it is basically going to go to the next line in the file itself. So hello, how was your day? Now I'm really not that quite original with these sentences, but doesn't even matter. As long as you understand it, that matters the best. And then \n. And then my day was great. And let's just leave it like that. We can just type here exclamation mark, close the single quotes, and that is our content of the file. So we will have 3 lines. Each of those 3 lines will have a certain specific sentence to it. And right now, we're going to write this content of a file to the specified file name by the user. Okay, so file name. We first of all need to open the file name. So fn is going to be our file descriptor. So file name equals open, which is the function that we took a look at in the previous video. It will open up a file under the name of the first argument, which we will specify to be file underscore name. And then we will open it for writing, and we will write text. Now, the reason why we are doing this is because we have something that we want to write to that specific file, and therefore we are, of course, going to open it for writing instead of reading. So right here, we open it for writing, and then we will write fn.write content of file. And if everything works well right here, we should have a file called anything we specify in the program itself, and then it should have 3 lines of text in it. So let us see if we run this. First of all, let's save it. Save it in the actual Python programs file text. Let's call it simply like that. So file text.py. And let's run it right now. Run module. Enter directory. So it says use. Okay, so we needed to specify actually 3 backslashes. Let us just close it right away. Yeah, we want to close it. And here, let us specify 3 backslashes. Not really sure if this will work. It probably will work. Save. Run module. Yeah, okay. So in order to actually print to the user 2 backslashes, you need to specify 3 backslashes. So remember that. So it prompts us enter directory. So we want to change directory to the C. 2 backslashes, users. And then to the desktop. So this is our directory. It performed this part right here. It also performed this function right here. And right now we are stuck at this line waiting for the file name. Let's call it python3.txt. Well, let's call it simply just 3 lines of text.txt. Right here. We don't get any error, therefore we assume that this actual content was written to a file. Okay, so right now, if we go right here, we have a file, the 3 lines of text. If we open it, for some reason there is nothing written to it, and I actually think I know why. So let us go back to our code. Let's first of all delete this file. Yeah, this action can't be completed because the file is open in Python. Therefore, we actually need to close it. Let me just see if we can do something like this. fn.close. And right here, once we closed it, we actually get our strings right here. So right now, let's fix the actual error, which was not being able to open the file. And we can fix it by simply adding fn.close into our code. Save it. Run it once again. Let's just copy this same directory. Let's call it simply text.txt. And if we close this, we have text.txt that we can open right away. So this does work. Right now, let us actually code a program that will, for each line, change a line to a different line. So for example, if we read first line, we will change it to the reverse sentence, and then we will write it back to the actual file. So let us see how that will work. That is a good practice. So let us go right here. What we are going to do is we are simply going to close this program. We don't really need this one. We are going to create a new one. So go File, New File, and let's actually first of all, think about what we want to do. So what we want to do, wait, I don't need this window, I need this one. What we want to do is we want to open this file for reading right now. Then what we want to do is we want to read each line by line. Then we want to actually reverse every line, and then we want to write it to that file. Okay, so let us see how that will work. It can be actually a little bit complicated, but we're going to take a look at it right now. I don't have it coded right here, so we're going to see how it will work. So import OS. Then we want to change our directory to the desktop directory. We will do it without prompting the user for the directory. So C 2 backslashes users. Okay, so we change our directory, and then we open the file for reading. Let us just type here file_path, or file name, pardon me, equals text.txt. We need to use the same name of the already existent file, and right here we will open file_name for reading. And now for each line in fn line.readLines, we're going to perform the same thing as in the previous video. Line is going to be equal to line.strip from the actual new line character. Okay. And right now what we're going to do is, first of all, let us close the file, open it for reading, open it for, pardon me, for writing. So file name, whoops, name for writing, and then fn.write. Let me just see it right here. fn.write, and then we want to write basically, yeah, we actually need to first of all reverse the sentence right here, and we can do that by simply specifying a line equals line, and then to reverse a sentence, I believe we already saw it in the previous videos. In order to reverse it, we can simply use two dots specified 2 times and then -1. Now this will reverse a string, then we will write that actual line to the file, we will close it once again, and we will reopen it for writing once again, for reading once again. So let me just take a look at this. So if we open the file, and at the end, of course, after we finish it, we need to close it once again. So we open a file, text.txt, we open it for reading, and then we read for each line in fn.readLines. Line is going to be equal to line.strip from the new line character. Then we actually reverse the line sentence, and then we close the file, open it for writing, write the line, close it once again, open it for reading, and then it should go right here. Okay. Let me right now save this. Now there is a good possibility that this really won't work, but let's give it a try. So reverse.py, run it right here. The file name, director name, or volume syntax is incorrect. So let us take a look at what is incorrect right here. Okay, we are missing an actual single backslash. Let us save it once again. Run it. Oops, we actually had to probably close it from here. So let us run it once again. Okay, it doesn't prompt anything to the screen. But if we open a file, for some reason we only have one sentence, and we're going to take a look at why is that. So in order to actually check out what the error was, we can simply just print the line, so we actually have something printed to the screen. And let us just try to run it once again to see what it will print. Okay, so my day was great. Well, it's good that it printed that out, but where are the first 2 lines? Let me just go right here. Oh, for some reason it actually right now did reverse it, which is weird. Why didn't it reverse it before? But okay, we successfully did reverse the sentence and written it to the actual file. Let me just check out what happens if the actual file has multiple lines. Hello there world. These are 3 actual strings we're going to have. Let's save this, run it. It prints out all these 3 strings in reverse. It closes the program, we open the program, and for some reason we only have 1 string written to it. Okay, so for line in readLines we strip it, so that is the first word, which was hello. It printed the line. Oh yeah, I think I know what the problem is. I even told you that in the previous video. We can't really use W, we need to use append, because append will actually write the line without deleting the previous one. Because we actually used write right here instead of actually appending, it deleted and overwritten any previous line in the actual file. So right here we want to type append. Let's save it, and right now we need to first of all add these 3 words once again. So hello there world. Save it. Run it once again. It prints them in reverse to the screen. hello there, world. Yeah, okay. Well, basically it will, yeah, we need to add the new line characters in order to write them. Hello there, world. It did actually reverse them right here. Just it actually added it to the last word, and we want to have it one beneath another. So in order to do that, we can simply just type here line equals line plus the string of the new line character. Okay. Save it right here. Run it once again. World there, hello world. Yeah, okay, we actually need to rewrite all of this stuff. So hello there, world. Save. We just take a look at this once again before actually running it. It reverses it, it opens for appending, it writes the line, which should have the, let me just check out, not the, yeah, the backslash. Okay, so if I save it and run it, open the file. Okay, so it is better right now, but we also have the first word that is written. It is written and attached to the previous word. And we can simply just fix that by having something like this. So hello there, world. And then pressing enter and then saving the file. By pressing enter, we actually added a new line character to this world string right here. And right now, once we finally actually run this once again, save it and run it, it reverses the strings, and if we open the file, we have these three normal strings and then those same strings reversed. So we successfully coded a program that will do that, even though this probably could have been done a little bit easier, but it doesn't even matter. It was just on top of my head. You can simply perform any other tasks you want with the files themselves, write to them, read from them, and so on and so on. So basically that would be about it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!